So I work for the regulatory body in Botswana as the responsible gambling manager. So my roles are basically program development and implementation around responsible gambling, which includes research and then prevention of problem gambling, training of industry employees, as well as rehabilitation counseling.
Beautiful. And everybody knows, especially anyone who's conversant with Africa, knows that Botswana has a very good reputation. So we can't wait to see what you have for us today. So first question is, with Botswana's casino industry experiencing significant growth, what measures in the Gambling Authority is it implementing to ensure responsible gambling practices keep pace with the industry expansion?
All right. So firstly, just by way of background, you mentioned that Botswana has a very good reputation, and I will attribute that to our law. We have a very good law. The Act and the regulations have very good measures towards responsible gambling. What we say as a country is making profit and generating income for the country is very, very important. But before that, human lives matter. So we want to be able to keep our players safe. So we attribute that to the law. But in terms of the casino boom or the growth in the gambling industry, what we do is we have a very big campaign. We call the Motshameko or Pepper, which is loosely translated to mean that the game is fine. What is not fine or what could not be fine is the way that we play. So it really depends on how you play. But gambling in itself is okay. There's nothing wrong with gambling. It's just how you play which will determine if it's fine or not. So through this campaign, we go around the country, leaving no stone unturned, and we equip residents with skills to be able to gamble responsibly. We wanted to take this preemptive measure because we did research and we realized that a lot of people who end up with problem gambling don't know responsible gambling skills. They don't know that I don't take my whole salary and gamble with it. I don't take my children's school fees and gamble with it. So by equipping them with these skills and trying to change their mindsets towards gambling, we've realized that they're able to now gamble responsibly. And then for those who unfortunately do develop problem gambling, what we have as a country is our rehabilitation program, where we provide free counseling for the players and their family members.
Beautiful, beautiful. Clearly, you guys are very proactive, and we love to see it. Next question is, as casino multiply, concerns about problem gambling may rise. How is the Gambling Authority working to balance industry growth with player protection and responsible gambling initiatives, which I know you've tackled a bit about, but if you can expand on that, please.
All right. Balancing is a very wonderful word. You know, when I joined this industry, before I came, I was working in rehabilitation of psychoactive substances. So this is the cocaine, the alcohol and whatnot. And it was mainly more with clients. But coming into this industry, I've had to learn that we have to balance, like you're saying, how do we allow the industry to grow without stifling it with our responsible gambling measures. So I've gotten a lot of that, especially from the operators. One thing that we have done is to be able to sit down with the operators to make sure that they understand that we are on the same side. We both want our players to be healthy, and we both want the profit to be done. So sitting down with them, understanding where they're coming from, and then collaborating with them as well. And then also just providing that education that, you know what, if your players are safe, then the industry will be sustainable, because in order to get that industry growth, in order to get that profit, you need those players. But if those players are leaving gambling because they're addicted, they're leaving gambling because their family members are not happy, then you're going to lose out on that profit, you're going to lose out on that growth. So to answer your question, the main thing has just been working with the operators to make them realize that responsible gambling is not anti-gambling, and responsible gambling actually works for them because it keeps their players coming and it sustains the industry.
Thank you. Beautiful. And our last question is, Botswana's casinos boom presents both opportunities and risks. So in your view, what are the key regulatory challenges in maintaining a fair and sustainable gaming environment?
At the top of my mind, the biggest risk or challenge that we've been seeing is towards illegal gambling. So either land-based or even online with betting and whatnot. So it's just been illegal gambling, where operators, and to their defense or fairly, complain that, you know what, there are other people who are operating illegally. They're not paying taxes, they're not paying levies, but we are. So it's affecting market share. So that has been our challenge, and in order to mitigate that challenge, we also have an anti-illegal gambling campaign where we just go through the community, because we believe that the community is the one that can actually tell us, the players know where they play, so they can let us know that, you know what, I came across an illegal site, or I was driving down the street and I saw a casino, or at so-and-so's house there's a casino machine, has it been licensed? So trying to get the community's buy-in and helping us to be able to identify the illegal sites and then also enforcing.
I think the last question I have for you is just a cheat sheet for the rest of the regulators in Africa. What have you done differently as Botswana's regulatory board, or just as regulation in general, that has made you guys stand out so much?
You're making me feel so good right now. I think one thing that has worked for us has been getting it right with the law, with interacting with the other Sigma participants, with the other regulators. I've realized that one of their challenges is having the political buy-in or the government buy-in. Last year, we had a summit that we hosted, and we had the actual president coming to the summit to just show how important it is for the country, how important gambling is for the country. So I would say our cheat sheet would be getting the political and the government buy-in, because we're able to just knock on their doors and say, you know what, this law is not working. It is anti-responsible gambling. We need to protect our children. We need to protect our players. What can we do? And the government is very willing to help. Our laws are very transparent. They're very clear. And so I think just getting it right at the law and the regulations makes implementation so much better.
Beautiful and very well said. Thank you so much for your time, Portia, and thank you for your insights.
So thank you for having me.
Enjoy the last day of Sigma. Thank you.